Hello, Divine Feminine and Divine Feminine Cross Watchers. Welcome to the Temple. This is your March 2020 horoscope. Okay, for those of you who are new to my channel, I pull from Spirit, I read with Spirit, I see with Spirit my own and the help of my Spirit guides and Spirit guides of others if I'm reading for others. So for these readings, I pull from Spirit and I may use a combination of tarot cards and oracle cards. Okay? All right, Spirit. What do we have for Divine Feminine? What do we have for our Divine Feminine for next month, March 2020? I hear making sense of it all. Making sense of it all. Making sense of messages. And from what I'm getting, I'm not getting so much mixed messages. I'm getting just making sense of the messages that you get. Because there's a feeling of not getting the entire message. Meaning whatever someone is telling you, whatever people are telling you, there's a feeling that there's more to it or more just beneath the surface, that it's not just a face value message. So Spirit, tell me a little bit about what the Divine Feminine will be experiencing or dealing with in that outer world in March 2020. I hear, oh, where to start. Sorting out the innards, sorting out basically the inner workings so that everything is in alignment. Everything in the outer world is in better alignment with the inner world. And what I'm seeing is tangible moves to make that happen. Action, literal actions to make sure, or to basically create a better or more aligned outer world, career, anything that you can touch, anything that you can see. There's a desire and really a need at this point to make sure that everything is in agreement. So divine femmes that are not in agreement, their outer worlds are not in agreement, they aren't living their truth. There's really going to be some dark moments of the soul for some divine femmes, but for others, it's going to be a busy time. It's going to be a busy time of laying the groundwork to walk more in your truth. Spirit, what other messages do we have for divine feminines? Divine femmes, what will divine femmes be experiencing in their outer world? What will divine femmes be experiencing in their outer world in March? I'm seeing whoever divine feminine has removed from their life or blocked or cut out. I'm still seeing that energy continue. I really am. There's a desire or need to move forward and leave a lot of what didn't serve you in the past and in the past, which is good. Growth is beautiful. All right. Okay. So discovering the truth. Discovering the truth. You stand in the light of your truth. Give me another card. And that's definitely confirmation of what I just said. Answering the call. Answering the call, my loves. And it says the time is now. But for what I'm seeing, there's the answering the call is about answering that inner call, that inner soul pull to experience your spiritual truth in all of the ways that you can. Career, income, hobbies, love interests, family, travels, passions. There's a real desire to take full advantage of what this life has to offer, your particular journey. All right, Spirit, let's get to the inner world part. What will divine feminines be experiencing in their inner world? Let's look at the inner world. All right, let me pull a message from Spirit first before I pull a message from the cards. What will divine feminines be experiencing in their inner world this March 2020? Ooh, there's a soul ache. There is a soul ache. So, if you are in a happy place with a soulmate or a twin flame, this soul ache looks more along the lines of spiritual path, career, income. Yeah, I was trying to get more messages, but yeah, spiritual path, career, income, but basically a hunger that's not being satisfied. Now, if you aren't in union in a happy union rather, with your twin flame, your divine masculine, that hunger is going to go even deeper. And it does look like that's going to be the trend March, April, May. June, things set to change around July, August. Well, I'll go into that when the time comes. But this soul hunger is going to go deep. It's going to run deep, even though it may not look like it to those around you, or it may not even be visible even to you, meaning things may not slow down. I'm not seeing a Great Depression, but it's a hunger that is noticeable, that you may notice. It's a hunger for something deeply fulfilling. So, Spirit, give me some insight on what. I'll make sure I pull the right cards. Give me some insight on what divine feminines will be experiencing in their emotional world, their spiritual world. March 2020. And oftentimes when I pull cards, they're going to confirm the messages that I get. They should. They really should. Alrighty. Projecting. Projecting is one. And let me get a little bit more insight, because I really don't feel like this is you, divine feminine. I feel like other people are projecting their stuff onto you. Oh, jumpers. Okay, 2 jumpers. Okay, my loves. Okay. I'm going to clarify, is this divine feminine spirit? No, this is not. No, this is not divine femme. Spirit is saying no, it is not. Let me get one more card. Oh, wow. The twin flame card. We pull one more card. Awakening. Interesting. Patience. Okay. So, my divine feminines, I pulled projecting. I don't know if you can see it, the glare. Projecting. Disconnected. There we go. Disconnected. Scorned. It's a lady there with a gun. Heavy artillery. All right, Divine Femmes, I do not believe that this is you. I believe that this is Divine Masculine in dealing with the fallout of what Divine Masculine is going through, which is an awakening. Let's see if I can. Maybe? No. I'm still new at this. Forgive me. So it says awakening. Okay. And the last card, the last clarifier pulled was patience, my loves. Patience. So it seems to me that there are going to be many divine feminines that are dealing with the fallout of a twin flame, the divine masculine, projecting their scorned heart and their own inner disconnect. And I do feel a little bit, because twin flames do mirror each other in varying degrees. I do feel like their inner disconnect is causing a little bit of disconnect with your outer world, meaning they're disconnected with their emotions, right? And you may feel a little disconnected with your outer world being in agreement with your inner world. So that I do pick up as the shared, and it's the middle card. I do feel like that's the shared energy in this, is a mutual disconnect, but this mutual disconnect is manifesting differently for divine feminines than it is for divine masculines. But I do feel like many divine feminines will be feeling some psychic projection of what their divine masculine is going through, meaning it's not a outright or visible or tangible projection. It's not a verbal projection, action-oriented projection. It's whatever's going on with the divine masculine on the inside, psychically, mentally, emotionally, they're subconsciously, spiritually projecting it onto their divine femmes. And whereas it's manifesting in the inner world for the divine masculine, it manifests in the outer world, the divine feminine. So I do feel a little bit of that. Just a touch of what is going on with the divine feminine in March. So if it feels, and I felt a little bit like this before, if it feels like certain emotions aren't yours, or you feel somewhat disconnected and you don't know why, because things are going great, and it's not exactly depression, it's just somewhat of a disconnect with your spiritual path, your path in general, those emotions may not quite belong to you. They may belong to your divine counterpart, and they're just projecting or sending psychically, telepathically sending that energy to you. I have felt a little bit of that energy lately. I'm not even gonna lie. I have felt a little bit like I feel off, but I can't quite pinpoint it because everything around me is on point. But it have been feeling a little off. Okay, so my loves, let's get a different message of what divine feminines can be experiencing next month. Let's get a different message. A different message of what divine femmes will be experiencing this March 2020. I do see that many divine feminines are going to be really happy late March, mid-March, going into April. Wherever you fall, of either you're connected to your divine masculine or you're not connected to your divine masculine, or even with a soulmate and you're happy, I do see a lot of happiness or increased happiness going into mid-March and late March. Okay, so Spirit, give me a card for the inner world, divine masculine inner world March. Lordy. Isn't this interesting? Divine feminine. Okay. So sorry about that. I pulled soulmate. So I just pulled twin flame. So I pulled the soulmate. Middle card, pride and ego. Divine feminine for the last card. Your cards, my love. These cards are such confirmation. Okay. So I do see, regardless of where you fall on the spectrum, whether you're happy or a little bit of disconnected because you're disconnected from your divine masculine, you're feeling that hunger, that soul thirst. That soulmate energy is underscoring this. So it could be a few things. It could be a few things. Either you're with a soulmate and your twin flame. There's twin flame energy though. There is. And I believe that's why I pulled that in the first spread. There's like twin flame energy orbiting you. So it's like you could very well be with a soulmate, but that twin flame, that divine masculine energy is orbiting you. So it's like that person is around somewhere. Or there's a desire. If you're not with a soulmate, there's a desire to partner. Of course, why wouldn't you partner and create that soul bond with a twin flame? Either way, there's that divine masculine energy just orbiting you right now. It's very, very strong. Very, very strong. Okay. Pride and ego, Spirit. Tell me about this pride and ego. Okay, so this is mutual energy. This is mutual energy, pride and ego. So what I'm feeling is that divine feminine is exhibiting more of the pride aspect, and the divine masculine is exhibiting more of the ego aspect. Both are healthy emotions or states to a degree. But it's causing some disconnect here. It's causing the divine feminine's pride and the divine masculine's ego is causing a bit of disconnect. Okay, so divine feminine, talk to me about divine feminine's feeling in her inner world, or his, if you're a gentle femme. Okay. Inner world. Mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you, loves. All right. So, divine feminine that would explain some things. So, in the beginning of the reading, I saw the divine feminine making strides to ensure that her outer world, his or her, depending on which divine feminine you are, because energy flows both ways. So there's this divine feminine making strides to ensure that their outer world is in agreement with the inner world. And in that process, there's healing in that process, and that process, that those results may require healing. a different kind, but may require healing. And some of you may be seeking or come upon or under the guidance of a healer, mentor, counselor, spiritualist, what have you. Some of you next month may meet or begin learning from, or may become a student of a healer next month. Very well. But healing, definitely, of course, healing is ongoing, but healing specifically, inner healing, in order to ensure that your outer world, your careers, your path, your journey, your travels are in agreement with your inner world, that seems to be heavy in March, which is good. I mean, it's healing doesn't always look pretty when most of the time it doesn't, but it's so beautiful. It really is. When we come out of it, or when we're in it and we recognize the blessing when we're healing, when we're going through what we're going through, it's really beautiful. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. What else do we have for? Let's pull some tarot cards. So give me 3 cards for what? Give me 3 cards for what? Divine, feminine, we going through, experiencing, dealing with March 2020. Talk to me. All right. Let's see. Spirit, give me 3 cards. For what? Divine, feminine, experiencing, dealing with. Flip or pull. Flip, flip. Ooh. Okay, let me get a clarifier for. Let me get a clarifier for this 6 of Pentacles. One more clarifier. Okay. All right. So I pulled the Queen of Cups and I dropped a bunch of cards. I'll pick those up later. All right. So I pulled the Queen of Cups. Let me see it. I'm trying to get the angle right on this thing so you can see the cards. The 3 of Swords. And the 6 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Judgment. So the 6 of Pentacles is clarified by the Hermit and the Judgment reversed. Okay, so Queen of Cups, healing, intuition, emotions. She is upright, so that is very good. So you are very much in touch with the best part of your emotional self, the healing part of your emotional self, the intuitive part of your emotional self, the contemplative and introspective. So you're standing in your truth and your clarity and where your heart space is. You're standing in that. And you are getting over heartbreak, thank goodness, with the 3 of Swords reversed. You are getting over a heartbreak, so that there's healing again, healing. So Queen of Cups, emotions. She's stable in her emotions. She's very in touch with her emotions, but she's stable. So it looks good. Looks good. You're experiencing your emotions, but you're not being overwhelmed, overcome by them, or controlled by them. So that's good. And then you're getting over a heartbreak. And then with this 6 of Pentacles, this is this equal give and take. This equal give and take. And this equal give and take, it's clarified by the Hermit and the Judgment reversed. So from what I'm getting, it's a equal give and take with a person who may be in a little bit of hermit mode right now. And energy can go both ways. So you could be in a hermit mode right now and wanting or desiring to give to either get equal give and take or give equal give and take, but you may be in hermit mode, or this person may be in hermit mode. So, but either way, equal give and take is kind of it's postponed for right now because someone is in hermit mode. They are on that inward journey to find the clarity that they need to make the decisions that they need to live a better life, be happier, be more emotionally fulfilled. So, and again, I believe in the hermit is clarified by the judgment in reverse. And I really do feel like for some of you, this equal give and take is like a wish or a desire that you once had, but you feel like it's not going to happen. With the person that you want it to happen with, because those days are long gone. Or for some of you, there will be equal give and take, just not right now, because someone needs that clarity. Someone needs to spend that alone time, need to have solitude, or just they need those moments with themselves so that divine guidance, divine insight, or a connection with the divine can become stronger, or they could find it for the first time. So this second chance is postponed by that. For some of you, it's postponed by that. For some of you, the second chance is long gone. But for some of you, it's postponed. So that also is a message for you guys in March, my loves. Okay, let's see. All right, let me get Spirit. Let me get some more messages for Divine Feminine. What could Divine Feminine be experiencing? What messages do we have for Divine Feminines? What can help them further their journey? Oh, I guess that goes that's in agreement with the patience card I pulled earlier. Surrender to divine timing. I'm gonna have to get this. I can't see it. But it says surrender to divine timing. I'm gonna have to get this figured out. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. There goes that word again. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So I pulled the pride and ego card. So if you're a cross watcher, divine masculine, this also may apply to you. Surrender to divine timing, or divine femmes if you're identifying more with the pride and ego part. This insight may definitely apply to you as well. Surrender to divine timing. I really do feel that there are going to be some unions for those that union can apply to. Some unions between divine masculine and divine feminine between late spring and fall. Late spring and fall. Specifically for divine masculines born in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That was just a message. So, what messages? What other insight do we have that divine femme can benefit from? Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open the infinite nature of to be open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So, divine femmes. For those of you that are in the process of aligning your outer world with your inner world, Surrender your belief that you cannot make it happen. Surrender can't. As a divine feminine, you can make anything in this world happen that is in your highest good. Connection with your divine masculine, if that is something that you desire. Connection is dependent on alignment, meaning divine femmes have to be in alignment with their inner world and their outer world. Both have to be in agreement. And for divine masculine, it's the same thing. And that's what I am getting. There's a big mirroring here. There is a big mirroring here. Divine masculine is trying to figure out their inner world. Divine feminine is trying to figure out his or her, if you're a gentle femme, outer world. But it's definitely a mirroring here. But either way, surrender the belief in scarcity, surrender the belief that you cannot. Because you can. Okay. Let me get a few more messages and see what I get for the divine femme March 2020 horoscope and see what's going on here. Spirit, what are the messages do we have? It's going to be a busy time, either health-wise, getting in shape, career-wise, going for the goal, or both. Busy, busy time. Trying your damnedest to live your truth. There's power in that. There's inspiration in that. And there's so much healing and love. All right. All right. So we have big dreams, grief, and numbing. All right. Big dreams. I really do feel, divine femmes, that you are going for your biggest life ever, your best life ever. All across the board, you're going for it. But there's a little bit, like I said before in the earliest part of the reading, there's a little bit of soul hunger that some divine femmes will really feel that next month. Feel the missing piece. And I believe that's what is in this grief card, that the missing piece. And numbing. And it's a man in this card. I really do feel like that's the divine masculine. Not being able to silence certain emotions. I pulled regret. Not being able to silence regret, possibly for how he's lived his or her life, if you're a female divine masculine, or how the divine masculine has treated the divine feminine. There's not being able to silence their regret. Okay. So I pulled the stuck card, and again, I do believe this is divine masculine in that hermit mode. So progress, a connection seems a little stalled for right now because of the healing that the divine masculine, intense healing, the going within, trying to find that sense of God, sense of creator within, and make that make sense. Progress is a little stalled because of that. Okay? All right. Let's pull other than that, my loves, things look really good. Things do look good. You look busy. Look busy. Trying to create your best life, your biggest life. Make sure that everything that you touch, everything that you walk into is your true self, is your truth. Okay, my love is divine feminine, of course. I put a mother's love and support. So some of you could be healing a relationship with a mother or mother figure to you. Some of you could be healing that relationship for the sole purpose of healing yourself. Because healing is more about ourselves than it is the other person. Or some of you could be spending a lot more time with a mother or mother figure, either physically close or if you're long distance, FaceTiming and speaking. But some of you could be spending a lot more time with a mother or mother figure to you, or mothers or mother figures to you. And I pulled support. So for some of you, I do feel like you will have the support. Okay, I'm getting some insight. So for many of you, if not all of you, in creating this biggest and best life, you have all of the support you need in the ancestral realms. All of the support. You just have to reach out and grab it. You have all of the support that you need. So don't think that you walk alone, that you are alone, that you have to do it all by yourself. And for those of you that have support of the living, put it that way, and you feel a little spiritually lacking, you're not. So you have support. If you don't have as much support of friends and family, you have support of your ancestors. You have support of your guides. And if you do have support of your friends and family, you still feel like there's something lacking, the same applies. You're not alone. You have all the support that you need to make and create the biggest and best life ever. And the more in agreement you become with your outer world, the more everything on the inside will be at peace. Okay? All right, Divine Femmes, that is your message, your horoscope for March 2020. I hope that you appreciate it. I hope that you like it. I hope that it resonates with you. I'll catch you April. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share.